No, sorry, Navarro. Or is it a partner? Okay. This card's actually kind of cool.
Hmm.
Okay, let's do this one. This one looks cool.
Yeah, because it also just says whenever one or more creature cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere.
So even like if
Yeah,
you're
like
doing either discard or like
yes.
looting like
And
effect.
and
So
I
we have a
remember there's this one really broken enchantment that I just cannot remember the name of it. I think it's called like Tormented Soul. No, that's not it. Do you know that there's like a black enchantment that pays 1 black to swap a creature in your hand with a creature in the graveyard?
no. That sounds kind of bonkers though.
Yeah, it's good in this. Black
Torture resistance.
Tort. Yes, that's yes.
Choose an discarded creature card. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand.
So this is Enter the Dungeon. This is another. It's funny we did Enter the Dungeon last week also.
Wait a minute.
So yes, you can just keep doing it every turn because it's only once per turn, Derek. It's only once per turn.
Oh,
Remember
I
that.
know it's
Yeah.
effect, but
What are we naming it?
um, oh, uh um, Caden's laboratory. Here we go. This is Caden, the animate dead, create a dead wizard.
I think I spelled that right.
Laboratory, yeah.
Sefris.
Of the hidden way.
A couple people have her built at the shop, but I just want to see how we could do it. And it's rare when you get this like weird sort of graveyardy Esper deck, you know?
Yeah, right there. Can
Uh,
you zoom in a little bit on your on? It's a little zoomed out on your There you go. Yeah.
okay, so
So,
what was the name of that card?
tortured existence.
Yeah, that's very good in there.
So you're not really. So we want a bunch of really cool creatures, right?
Yes. And I feel like Karmic Guide, Revel Arc, right?
Wait. So are we going to build this towards the dungeon mechanic a little bit because we need
Yes,
to
we're
still
gonna play
complete it?
dungeon cards, yes. So but
Okay.
Karmic Guide, Revel Arc, like we're gonna play combos. And probably some sack outlets and stuff like that.
Ashen Rider seems real not bonkers in this. As something if you want it to die and reanimate.
Isn't there like a 4 mana white one that like when it Archon or something? Or like
Oh,
when it dies?
there's yeah, it's like 5 mana. Oh, isn't it an Archon?
I think Phyrexian Reclamation also.
I was surprised to see how popular
Sefris is?
Sefris ended up in.
Yeah, see, it is an
Like
Archon.
being.
Whenever it dies, exile target permanent. What do we think of this?
That's kind of cool, yeah. Because I figure we'll probably have some sack outlet thingies.
Yeah, like probably Ashnod's. Alter Dimension is probably pretty good. Because
Okay,
like
because we just self mill.
yeah, because remember the second effect is it can reanimate something when we finish a dungeon. And we're probably gonna play we want to play the dungeon people also. Like that the commander that we made last time, we probably
Yeah.
want to play them.
So yeah.
And then we're not caring about budget, so we're gonna do like Phyrexian Altar and Ashnod's. And then probably some creature ones like probably like Corpse Connoisseur. And maybe like
because that puts in the graveyard. Yeah. Probably want like in tomb.
Corpse Connoisseur.
Because it's just
That's not who I was thinking about. But I was thinking about what's the 1 mana Saka Carrion Feeder.
carrion feeder.
But I mean, Corpse Connoisseur is probably fine too, I guess.
But anyway, so for also a Hamar Pashar.
And Yahenni.
Well, no, not Yamar. Hama Pashar.
I
That's
like
what it
Yahenni.
is.
Hama, how do you say it?
It's Hama. Hama Pashar, Ruin Seeker. It's the wizard that
Oh yeah,
makes
dungeons trigger twice. Yes,
yep,
that's
which
awesome.
is really cool.
And then let's
Uh,
play the white stuff that we played. Like, what was it? Was it like Venture Map? What was the name of the mana rock?
yeah, a dungeon map. Oh
Dungeon
no,
Map.
dungeon map. Yeah.
And then what's the name of your commander? Because we should still play like the
Nadar, Selfless Paladin.
yeah. Because remember he's ETB also. So
Well, yeah, we also was it Radiant Solar is the big one. That's the angels whenever another non-creature enters.
yes.
Which we could also discard it to venture into the dungeon, which is really cool. So we could eventually reanimate it. I think this is we can run Unburial Rights in this list too.
And then did you say Entomb?
Yeah, I mean that seems pretty good.
Maybe
so we upgrade.
I actually like Final Parting. That's the 5 mana tutor, 2 cards, 1 goes to grave.
Because you get 1 in your hand. We also I guess we also could run
Runescarred?
Buried Alive.
Yeah. If we're going that in on like graveyard.
Well, maybe not Runescarred. We could run the other one, the other demon that tutors 2. 1 goes to the graveyard, 1 goes to your hand. I think it's Blazing Rune or Burning Rune demon.
I mean, we could just play them both.
Yeah.
Because they're both good.
Midnight Pathlighter.
Should we do like Mike and Trike? What do you think? Like Vindicate? Should we go like that in? I think we could. No, not Vindicate. What's the...
That's Anguish Unmaking.
No. What's the sack a creature and play 2 from the grave?
Wait, oh, Victimize.
Victimize, that's
it. We also do Sun Titan. Champion of Wits seems cool in this deck. It goes to enter the battlefield, you draw cards equal to its power. If you do, discard 2 cards. It's got that weird etherealize. Triskelion and Walking Ballista.
Champion of Wits?
Yeah. Because it's just like a looter creature that you could reanimate and do shenanigans with. But for running Mike and Trike combo, we could also run Walking Ballista because it also works.
Yeah, you need a sack outlet, but...
Well, same thing for Mike and Trike. Well, no, you have to ping itself with 1.
Yeah, Triskelion doesn't.
Yeah, you have to ping itself once, and then, twice, and then ping 1 damage. Because it's a 2/2 with no counters on it with Mikaeus.
So yeah, Sun Titan, and maybe just like good ETB stuff like Muldrifter.
I like Muldrifter, yeah.
Muldrifter, like what's the Cloud Blazer, right? We can play.
Yeah. Draw 2, gain 2. Form of Muldrifter. Tom, take that out. That's not legal.
That was a mistake.
I
Cloud
love
Blazer.
the artwork.
Maybe like Noxious Gearhulk. And like Ravenous.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Obsessive Stitcher.
Chupacabra.
I think I came with the deck, but that seems cool.
How do you say it? Obsessive Stitcher?
Yeah, so it's draw a card, discard a card, then it reanimates something. So it dies, triggers our commander that brings something out, which lets us go farther down the line of doing it again.
Cool. Do we want to play any like loops with Fiend Hunter, or I mean with Sun Titan?
I think we have a loops. I think it just helps to get stuff back out. A Doomed Necromancer is a cool one.
Also, if stuff's gonna die, we could play like Corpse Knight. I think is one of the good ones because that's when things enter, right? Yeah. Look, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life.
That's cool, yeah.
And then we should probably play like Harvester, since we're like Harvester of Souls.
Oh, so we upgrade Kyle's girlfriend deck. We got her whole looting shenanigans up, and it's kind of scary because it kind of really consistently just dumps Runescarred Demon into the graveyard and pulls it out. Gets Entomb, dumps like Butcher Malakir, and then you're like, this is awkward.
Yes, I mean we could play Butcher.
Borrow Clan Under, the Borrowing of Clan Under. It's BARR.
Wait, say that again.
It's BARRO. It'll probably might show up. RRO. Yeah, of Clan Under. There's his battlefield, venture in the dungeon, and when he attacks, it's basically Sun Titan.
Okay.
If you've completed a dungeon. So once you complete a dungeon, Triumphant Adventurer. This is the one I like. This dude. He's got Death Touch. As long as your turn, he has First Strike, and whenever he attacks, venture into the dungeon.
So
So he's a
Derek. Yeah, keep going. Yeah.
Death Touch, First Strike, Venture. Let's go.
Yes. So I put in Harvester, Midnight Reaper, and Grim Harspec also.
Yeah, that's cool.
When our stuff dies, because we're probably going to be sacking stuff.
Mm.
We
could also run a
we should probably play like Blood Artist and like other things to win, right? Wait, Acerak, you mean?
Yeah.
Ascrack?
The Arclich. Yeah, Sirac. ACE. There he is up top. I like how he's randomly $10, but he does kind of go infinite. I don't like that one. Archon of Cruelty seems kind of gross.
Palace Siege. Probably Animated. Dance of the Dead.
Faithful Mending is basically like it's our looting card, but maybe we don't need that. Maybe this because it's a Saki deck. Is this a Dread Return deck? Even though I think I like still like Viscera Seer though.
Oh yeah, we can play that. Now, should we play like we need like to kill them, so we should play like Blood Artist. Because our combos don't just win. So Blood Artist, Zulport.
Oh, what was his name?
And like Meat Hook Massacre? But does that do... Hold on, let me read this. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent... Yeah, that does work, so we can play Meat Hook.
Let's run Overcharged Amalgam. It's a counterspell creature that dies that triggers our commander.
I like that.
And if we have an instant way to trigger our commander... wait, read our commander real quick. I just want to read something about him. Oh, cool. Once each turn, so we can do it off our turn. So we could get
yeah.
We get a random trigger to get... That's really cool. So we could like trigger something, get Overcharged Amalgam, exploit it. Maybe Glen Alendra is kind of cool then because like it sacks, dies, comes back, acts as a kind of a counter spell. I was thinking also of the Dimir Tigum, because you skip your draw step. Instead, you look at the top 3, put 1 into your hand, and the rest go to the graveyard. So it triggers our commander. Is Phyrexian Altar like $90?
Yes.
What? Remember we got a reprint to help lower the price?
It was a long time ago.
I don't know. I'm not sure how you feel about it, but is it Tigum? I thought it was. Let me look. Yeah, it's Tigum Sidisi's Hand is what it's called. Skip your draw step. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them in your hand, the rest of the bottom in random order, and then you could kill stuff by exiling cards.
I'm not super big into it.
All right.
I don't know if I like this either, but I think it's fine for now. Because we probably just have more better draw, but...
We could also just run Baleful Strix. I mean, just as an ETB draw.
Yeah.
And it's a good blocker. sack fodder if we need to. What about
Uh,
cycling cards? Is there like any good cycling cards that we care about? Because it still triggers stuff.
oh god, this is freezing. Okay, there we
Um, we get the Mole Drifter and Karmic Guide, right?
go. All drifter? Yeah, Karmic Guide, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mm. Hostage Taker is kind of cool.
we could play Agent of Treachery.
That's not a bad one either.
Also, considering that we just win, I think Razaketh is really good.
How many of our stuff is like ETB?
Good amount.
Um, then what do you think about something with either like teleportation circle or panharmonicon?
Uh, no. I think that that's too much. I think playing out of the
Uh,
graveyard's just better.
Also a Phyrexian Tower, because again, if price don't matter. And I like Gaia Reach Sanitarium because each player draws then discards a card. I guess our opponents get to fix their hand, but they're still not going plus a card. They still have to discard something. And if they have no cards in their hand, well, they don't get none.
Academy.
And a high market.
All the Bandit Lord. No, not that. Holy Heliod's Generosity.
Oh, that's right. We can't run that in here. We got white.
And High Market.
Ah.
Okay. Okay.
What about Doomed Necromancer? I actually kind of like him because you sacrifice and return a creature from your graveyard to the battlefield, so you get a trigger and get something back anyway. And then eventually you could just bring him back with either Sun Titan or the other Venture dude, and he
Yeah.
helps reanimate something else.
I like that. I mean, Demonic Tutor. Phyrexian Arena. Heuristic Study.
What about something like a Fact or Fiction? Or do you not want to worry about like draw, discard, shenanigans?
I mean, we have to have some.
So we need a way to fill up our graveyard besides just like I think we need some ways to fill up our graveyard. Because besides like an Entomb or like the one looter, Forbidden Alchemy is kind of cool too. It's look at the top four, put one to your hand, the rest to the graveyard with flashback.
Arcane Denial.
Don't forget we get Dovin's Veto in this color.
Counterspell. Disallow.
Oh, we also forgot Unmarked Grave is another way to dump something. Oh, we could run Dam. It reminds me, I need to put Dam in Atraxa. Would you want to run Skull Clamp in here?
Yeah, we can play Skull Clamp.
There's my Dam. Oh, in these colors, we could also run Vault of the Archangel. I guess it really depends on like how our colors look at the end, but there it is.
What's the 6-mana counterspell again?
Sublime Epiphany.
Also, this is definitely Glasspool Mimic. For sure. Do you think we have enough black to play Gary? I think we do.
I mean, it's still, even on its own, it's still 6. So, like, it's nothing to sneeze at.
I mean, we could also play that black dragon that when it dies, it deals 5 to everybody and we gain 5.
Kakusho.
Yeah.
The white one's not terrible either, but I think maybe a little bit too much. Don't like Windfall. Oh, he's getting up there in price again. Jeez, he was like a bulk rare a little while ago.
Not since they changed the die rule.
Right. So you could play him as. Well, the thing is, usually when you play him as a commander, you wanted him to die and go to the bin because you want to do reanimate Shananes with him.
Right. Okay, so we already have too many cards in this Soul Ring.
Yeah.
This is going to be hard to cut. Arcane Signet. Thought Vessel. Do me your Signet. Azurius Signet. And then, Orzhov?
Yeah, it's Orzhov, Azorius, Demir, and that's it, right?
The talismans are Talisman.
It's Progress, Dominance, and Hierarchy.
Okay, so that's good for ramp. Oh man, we're gonna have way too many cards.
We threw in we have 42 creatures, Tom.
Yeah, we're gonna cut, but we're just
We had to cut a lot of them.
Academ's Awakening, Seagate.
It'll probably be a thing where we just have to kind of pick the strategy that we most want to use.
Hagra Mauling. Valakir Rebirth. Probably really
That one's
good.
probably going to actually be pretty gross in this list.
So, alright, so now getting into the lands. Okay, so Watery Grave. Godless Shrine.
God, that Godless Shrine, though.
I know, it's sick. Command Tower. I'll make sure we got our island. It's being slow.
I noticed the other day when I was messing around with it that it was giving me a whole bunch of issues.
Yeah. Small. Gonna play Urborg. Okay, so Reliquary Tower. Now it's Morphic Pool. Sea of Clouds. And then, what's the black-white one called?
Black-white is... I don't remember.
It's a new one.
Volta Champions.
Right.
Oh, by the way, Tom, I finally, because it's been a while, ordered the rest of Devils.
Oh, nice.
So I'll actually finally have it built because I haven't built it yet. I've just been sitting my ass with it.
No, not Sunken Hollow. Sunken Ruins. Yes. And then oh god. What are the filters for
Did you want to add the slow lands? Well, the new ones?
Yeah, but I'm doing the filters first and then we'll do the slow lands. What are the two filters called?
So we have Sunken Ruins.
Not that one.
It's... Oh god, I always forget the one. It's like something Sanctuary, I thought. Fetid Heath is the blue, is the white black one.
What's the blue white?
I always forget it too. I'm pretty sure it's something saying Mystic Gate. That's what it is. I don't know why I always forget Mystic Gate. Maybe just because no one I know uses it or runs it, and I've never had it.
I only have it in Rubina, and that's it. And then what are the slow lands called?
So we have the new. So it's Shattered Sanctum.
Shattered Sanctum.
Sorry, I just had something and I don't know where I just put that. It's Shattered Shipwreck Marsh. There you are. And Deserted Beach. Oh man, these are the not nice pain lands either, if we wanted to run them. Caves of Koilos is the only cheap one.
You can play them all. Remember, we haven't really.
All right. Yeah, we said a bunch. So yeah, we have Caves of Koilos is the black white, and it's underground river.
And
Um, Attakar Wastes is the blue white one.
I think with 3 colors, it's really easy to run the. What's the one that taps for opponent's mana?
Belwar Stone.
No, not the mana
Oh,
rock. The one.
Exotic Orchard.
Okay, so that's already 27 lands.
And we still have to run basics, right?
I put the 3 basics in, but we just need to put the count up, and we're playing. Hold on, there's a lot of MDFCs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Yeah, so we're mostly swamps. So we need to. Yeah, that's good. So it's. Yeah, that's 36. Because 5 MDFCs. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh well. Are you worried about running too many MDFCs, or you think we'll be all right?
No, I think they're fine. 2 of them are the ones that are untapped. So I'm not worried there. And this is probably going to be really good.
All right.
And I think we just need colors because our color pips are bad.
Yeah, they're literally all over the place.
Okay. So now let's go through this and we gotta start cutting things. I think this is my first. Like, I don't care too much.
Yeah.
So all these seem too good. I don't know if we can cut any of these, to be honest.
No,
Our
yeah, I
entire
get
deck is built around reanimating. We can maybe cut like one of the sack outlets. Do you like Yahenni, Viscer Seer, or Carrion Feeder better? I feel like Carrion Feeder's the worst one out of all of them, right?
Yeah, because the other ones at least can get bigger and more value out of it as time goes on.
Yeah, and I'm willing to pay 3 for just a better effect. We need these to win. This is a combo. One of our sack outlets. When he attacks, maybe this isn't as good anymore. This is
True.
when it attacks, I guess.
But it's first strike death touch, so if they want to block it, go for it.
Yeah, but I feel
And
like
remember,
it's just getting away from our like ETB graveyard matters.
well, remember our whole graveyard works around completing a dungeon,
Mhm.
and he's basically a free dungeon go through because he attacks and he triggers.
I know, but I guess, but you know, I guess we just have to care more about like sacking and reanimating off turn. I don't know. But Sun Titan, Rune Scarred.
And this is one of the weird times in like our deck where we could actually reanimate him off our turn with our commander, and actually get the counter spell with it too, and trigger it again.
It's hard though. It's not like easy. What is this thing?
No, we just a sack outlet. Like if we're one away from like completing a dungeon, we just sack and there we go. Yeah, I think maybe he could go because it has to be died. I like the things that enter more so because not everything's gonna die to get into our graveyard in this deck.
Okay, so all right. I'm not big on this
Okay.
because I think we're just gonna have better stuff, and the creatures are gonna do it better. Okay, so maybe we don't need Vindicate. I think Generous Gift and Anguish Unmaking might be good enough. Maybe don't need Utter End. We have Dam. So since we have Dam, I don't think we need this because we're playing Cyclonic Rift. I think the 2 board wipes is
Remember,
fine.
I think Dam doesn't. I think Dam kills our stuff though.
No,
Is the one difference.
destroy target
It-
creature. Oh, you're
And
right.
then it's destroy all creatures,
For 4.
but it still kills everything.
Yeah. Which I guess. I think we're cutting anything here. Maybe like one of the altars. Maybe this one's not amazing.
I still kind of like that one though because it gets double triggers basically or more. Actually, no, because our trigger actually never mind. Our commander only triggers once a turn. Yeah.
Yeah, so this
Yeah,
isn't
it's
that
only
great.
once a turn, so that could be a little bit of a miss.
Yeah. Uh, Maybe this is too cute. I don't know.
All right, if you want to ditch it.
I don't know, but maybe it's just better than playing like one of the counter spells. Uh, Also, I guess like this only getting like one thing twice, I'm not big on.
I think it's just more so to fill up our graveyard. But then I guess we don't have to super focus on graveyard. We can just play threats, let them die, and just kind of play like the board long game. And if like every time you kill something, it just kind of helps us.
So then maybe we cut this too, because there's not like one card that's like,
Hmm.
we're not like doing self reanimating, even though we're playing a lot of reanimation. Uh, Also, I instead of this, I like that other guy. What's the guy that can like just dump a creature every turn?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. He's the
He's got a weird name.
Auric Lore Mage. Search your library for a card, put it into your graveyard, then shuffle. If it's an instant sorcerer, you put a +1 counter on him. Violent Tumor is the other ETB creature that does the same thing with Death Touch. The zombie warlock. But I think I like Auric a little bit more.
Okay, so I don't think we need Utter End. Yeah, we need to cut down on some of this removal. We still have 11 cards to cut. So all
I
right.
still think we have to go from creatures just because we have so many. Like I think that's where we're gonna really have to start cutting from.
It's like, what do we cut?
I know. Like you said, maybe amalgam is just okay. Maybe we don't need to worry. So maybe we need to less worry about like the control game. Just worry more about we're going for it.
So I think we can cut this. I think that,
We don't have a way to like infinitely reanimate, do we?
infinitely reanimate.
Oh, I guess no. I guess we do have
Mike and Trike.
Mike and Shrike, but I guess at that point, like,
Karmic Guide and Revel Arc.
right?
Which is why I had to put like these in there because we need or this. I mean, I guess we could cut one of them, but you know,
Sirac. I still like a Sirac because it still kind of gets there randomly.
okay. We can cut this one maybe.
Yeah,
Playing a decent amount of reanimating.
we have a lot of ways to reanimate, and I think we have enough ways to fill up our graveyard now.
And I think the creature ones are just a little bit better, even though they're not as good.
It's just they do stuff with our commander,
Yes.
which I like.
See, this is so good because it's when it enters or dies.
Yeah, that's why I love that one. I like how Archon's also its own like type.
Yes. And we could be playing like Butcher and like we could totally be playing Butcher and like Grave Dictate and like because we're probably gonna be sacking a lot. Oh, we didn't even play the creatures that like make everybody sack.
No, we didn't.
Those-
We that was another option we could have done.
Forgot about those. The Grave Crawler. I kinda like the Plague Crafter.
I think we just have too many good too many good things around. We also have almost 20 spells.
Maybe we care less about the turbo dungeoning and just playing like the Esper like reanimator.
The Esper control package.
So like we just don't play this.
I guess.
I mean, he's more of like the fun direction, I guess. But I mean, we are
No.
almost at $1,000,
Yeah. No fun here. Serious only.
I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah.
Because I like the creature reanimators because you can get.
Well, and like you said, what if we focus less on the dungeon? So like Nadar, because he's only when he enters or attacks. So like if he's not attacking, like if he gets brick walled and just kind of sitting there. That's my one worry with him, I guess. But like, I mean, he's still an ETB. I guess if he dies though, like then it's just cool. You get the attack trigger, someone blocks, you're like, cool, I get it anyway. Now I'm just going to do it again.
So would we want to cut those two?
Sure.
Wait. Oh, we could have played that land that like taps a legendary also.
Oh yeah, I think it's Dungeon Descent. How many counter spells are we running?
5.
It's not bad amount. I like that amount. And I was telling me we don't want to go too bogged down on counter spells.
It might also be good to play like an Archaeomancer because we're playing so many like good. I think Archaeomancer.
But like, do we want to focus so much on spells when we're kind of a creature based deck? Because weapons we get into a hand where like we have 2 creatures and all spells in our hand, and like they're not good creatures.
Well, it's just for the fact that these can, you know. I mean, I guess I just feel like he's good because he opens up all this, you know.
I even think about putting Archaeomancer in a zombie because it is a wizard, and we do run a decent amount of spells.
Well, I
And it's
mentioned
not
it.
a crazy amount.
Yeah.
And it's not a crazy amount, but
See, I feel like the Nadar and the Ass Crack are fun though.
yeah. But we kind of went out of fun range when we were like, all right, we're gonna put demonic tutor and and stuff in here. I do like the tortured existence. That seems real fun
Yeah,
because you
that's
could just, if you don't want to, that's just like a free every turn. Just I'm gonna loot this and get this, loot this and get this, loot this and get this. Ugh. I'm an idiot.
what.
Apparently, I did have a I was like, do I have a How was it? I literally just passed it. Mikukaro. I just bought a Mikukaro. I'm like, I don't think I have one, so I bought one, and then I do actually have one.
Mhm.
Whoops.
This is so difficult.
We had to make 7 cuts.
This is ridiculous.
All right, all right. Hear me out. What if we want like the bare minimum counter spells, just like the big ones?
Cut the Dovin's veto. Maybe don't even play this.
Yeah.
Uh,
See, I like Garuk's Wake over Dam, because Dam hits us. And that makes me sad.
yeah, we're also not ramping a ton. This might be really hard to cast.
True. That's also
Oh, we're not even playing Solemn, but like we barely have any basics.
yeah.
Even though Solemn, would be good. Like we are barely playing basics. Oh, and I gotta cut a land for Dungeon Descent.
Oh, there's my dog going like crazy outside.
I think I'm just gonna
Yep.
cut the Gyre. Uh,
How do you feel about the card foil? You may discard an island rather than pay its mana cost counter spell. Actually, no, I don't like it. Never mind.
no,
Change my mind.
no, I'm not. I don't like that card. We have 4 cards to cut. I feel like Ingaruk's Wake's gonna be really hard to cast.
Yeah. All right.
'Cause
Bounce
we
it.
don't have any like these are all 1 mana ramp sources other than the Soul Ring. Like we have no good way to make mana. Like we're not playing Smothering Tithe. We're not playing like I don't even know how this deck's gonna play because there's like a couple things that we missed. Like we could go heavier into the Die Triggers Matter and even play Teysa Karlov in the deck.
I mean, the thing is, I think there's a lot of ways we can build this. So it really comes down to like, I guess how do you want to build it?
Yeah.
So because I think we're opened up to so many
You
like
wanna?
potentials in this deck that like
That's the hard part.
it really just comes down to preference of what do you want to play over what. Because I don't think that there's anything here that's necessarily good or bad over one thing.
Yeah. But yeah, because I could see a world where we just like go balls in on the aristocrat stuff, but it doesn't look bad to me right now. Remember, at worst this is just a kill spell.
Yeah, which I'm sure that's probably how it's going to end up being played for the most part.
Yeah, I just like the backup of it also being a board wipe sometimes. And we have a lot of die triggers to where maybe board wiping is like kind of like a cool thing for us. See,
Yeah,
like
because I
this is probably even a good she holder deck, and maybe we shouldn't have cut reanimate. I don't know. Maybe it's better than one of these. Like better than this one. I don't know.
I still just like the creature sides though. Oh, I did have another Palace Siege. I'm an idiot. I'm just a terrible person. And I still think Razaketh is very much still good.
I don't even think Sun Titan brings back that much. I think we could cut him.
You think?
Yeah, because I think
Yeah.
we have
Okay.
other reanimation for the other things. And like we're playing black, so like we don't really need him, you know.
All right. If that is your wish, Master.
Okay, so 2 more cuts.
Our commander and and Micaeus. Those are good cuts, right?
Yeah, you got it.
I say stick to as much of the stick to as many of the lands as as the creature side as we can, because that's really what the deck's based around. So I say stay on that side. And while we're making cuts, I have like 9 new cards I want to add. So first we start with
Yeah, there's way too many cards that we could add to this. Oh, oh man.
I like all of them. Yeah, I was thinking about this deck list. I think it's like we're in that weird. I think it's anytime we build like a 3 or 4 color deck, there's just so many good options that like it's like what do we
Especially
cut?
die triggers, like there's so many good cards to play in this strategy. Uh
I didn't even think we'd also run Unmarked Grave, which also dumps a creature. It's a non-legendary though, but
yeah, I don't think we need too many of those. I think Buried Alive in the creature is fine, and Final Parting because that also tutors something, and then the burning because you know he gets a card, and
hmm
I think we're good on that.
dude, am I stupid? So you know how the Triskaidekafia Defile came? It was like the Fat Pack like card that you got, and I have no idea where I put it. I know I have one somewhere, but it's like it hit 88 miles an hour. It's just gone. I think Radiant Solar is also really cool because you also discard it and it gets the trigger.
Mhm. Yeah, it's really good in this deck.
You basically get 2 ventures and 3 life for 1 white, because you basically are gonna wanna discard it probably, because by the time you could play it, we might have been able to reanimate already. Also completely forgot that Shriek Maw could also be pretty decent in this list because the evoke trigger.
See,
But I guess we have mold.
that's the problem. There's just so many cards we could choose from.
But I guess we have Mold Drifter already, so
Yeah, but there's reasons why you'd want to play the ones that just sack themselves, because you don't have to care about the sack outlets.
mhm.
But like, there's probably like a good harmony of all of them. Uh,
So like I said, we cut Micaeus and and uh and we put in Tatiova as our commander.
I like where this is going.
And then we make a bunch of landfall trigger stuff. And there we go. What do they do about that?
Lose.
They'll never see it coming, Tom. Yield commander switcheroo. They ain't ready. They ain't ready.
I guess this can go. No.
Yeah, let's just get rid of it.
We
Look
play
at
we
its
play
card.
we play four ways to.
But isn't it? Well, it's
Whenever a creature
you
you
control.
control dies, each opponent loses one.
Yeah, that's the part. See, it's worded so well because usually it's like the other way that because it's when they die you gain a life, which you don't really care about that side. You care
And then
about
whenever a creature in opponent control dies, you gain a life.
yeah. And the thing is, you don't even have to pay a lot for X. Like, you just say 0 and still get it out there and
This
be
one
like,
says
all right,
whenever
well,
another creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses one life.
it's good. It's good.
But I guess the dying is going to happen more, so maybe we just cut this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think we're gonna do more. I think it's when we have our shenanigans going, it doesn't kind of matter what we have in play because any one of them will be good. It's basically their redundancies at this point. 'Cause it's like we either have it here or here.
And we're playing like 5 ways to tutor, so like we should be able to see like whatever we want, really. Uh,
My dog is the biggest baby that has ever babied. He's just sitting there crying at nothing because he can.
that's how we live our lives.
He's just sitting there. It's probably because someone's either outside or inside, and he's like, "Why am I not there?
I guess
We should all be there."
we could just cut this, right?
Yeah, I guess the one hit would be cool if we could, but if like
We'll
maybe
just
it
worry
takes
about
so
this. Yeah, like it's yeah.
maybe it just takes so long to get it back out that like by the time it's relevant, it's not.
Okay, let's